I'm gonna hold on to you, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woman,
Hey man, welcome back to another video on the show, my man. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in today. Thank all my supporters and everybody that has just showed me so much love and given me comments. They want to buy merch. They're giving me ideas and all types of things. But I absolutely love that feedback. Keep it coming. I'm going to keep these videos rolling in. I want to say thank you once again to everybody. This is my little spiel on thanking all the viewers and whatnot. And first of all, what I always do, let's give honor to God, because without him, we wouldn't be here today. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
You better tell
Amen.
somebody. You better praise them. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, everybody. How we doing today? This is my good friend, Michaela. I brought her here on the show today because she came back into my life a little while ago, and we've had some really good conversations. Some really, really good conversations. And with me doing this, she wanted to be involved, and I thought it was a good idea as well. So I picked her brain a little bit. We figured out a really good topic to talk about. But for right now, I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you guys a little bit, just to get a little bit of a background of who she is as a person, and then we're gonna get into everything. So tell them a little bit about yourself.
So, hey everyone. Thanks, Sydney, for having me here.
Of course.
I met Sydney at community college, and yes, we did stop talking for a little while. Right now, we both go to the University of North Texas.
Yes.
I'm pursuing an accounting degree, and yeah, that's pretty much
Little bit
my
about
life
you.
right now. I'm 24 years old, so single. Yeah.
Okay, living life, living your
Just
best
living
life, right?
life, yeah.
Living your best life. That's good. That's what I like to hear. That's just a little bit about her. Y'all will learn so much more about her, because this won't be the only time she's here. I promise you
Right.
that. Am I right? You
Right.
gonna be back to mess with me a little
Yes,
bit more?
I'll be back.
All right. So today, what we're gonna talk about? We was actually talking about this. What day was that? Was that last week? Was it Tuesday, Thursday, something like that?
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday. We was talking about this topic, and I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about and discussed. This is something that I feel like it's a lot of different perspectives, because I lean into getting different perspectives. You feel what I'm saying? I want to feel what everybody got to say. I want to hear all different types of thoughts. I might even drag on this topic to a few more episodes. Who knows what I'm gonna do with it? But today we're talking about: is it okay to be a stay-at-home dad? Is it accepted? Is it all right? Should a woman be okay with it? Should a man be okay with it? You get what I'm saying? What you feel about that?
I personally feel like a man should not be a stay-at-home dad. Unless, actually, there's no unless. I honestly believe
Ain't no buts.
There ain't no buts. It's buts. None of that. Personally, I'm the type of person who I would not be a stay-at-home mom. I'm a hard worker, prefer to work. And it just would be backwards to me for the man to just be a stay-at-home. I prefer it to be 50-50, like both of us working.
Right.
Both of us bringing in income and, providing for our family. I just don't see it as necessary for the significant other to be a stay-at-home dad.
Okay. I'm also a progressive, right? We a lot of people, they try to portray this act of traditional life, and that's not me. That's not who I am. I'm okay with switching things up and doing things a little bit different. So I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't say it'd be my first choice. I wouldn't say I just tell my girl, hey, you're gonna go to work and I'm gonna stay at home. If it's right for us to do in our relationship and what we have going on in our life, that's what I'm gonna do. Baby, what do you need? You can come home. And do you need your bath water ran? Right? You know what I'm saying? You got a plate ready for you. The kids taken care of. You just gonna come lay with us for a little bit and get your rest to go back to work the next day. And I'm gonna take care of the household for you. You feel what I'm saying? Because I love my wife. I love my family to do that, because I want to be able to provide for my kids a different way other than just financially. You get what I'm saying? Finances are not everything. If my wife is making enough money to provide for us and the kids in the first couple of years of life, I'm not talking about 18 years of a stay-at-home dad. That's another part of the conversation. But in the beginning years of a child's life, I feel like it's the most vital and the most important. I don't feel like a parent should miss those moments in a kid's life. It's very important to get those memories, the first steps, sucking through a straw, stuff of that nature. My mom has a booklet of all the dates and the things that I've did, the straws, and just all of these cute little memories with me when I was growing up. And I think that should be valued more than me going to a job and getting a paycheck, if it's already taken care of. I'm not saying it's not, or whatever. But if it's taken care of, if it's okay, if we can do it, and if we've been saving, why would it be a problem?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you spoke that passionately.
Come on,
so
you better tell
actually mean
somebody.
it. So I
You
mean,
better tell somebody.
I guess I can see that, but
Am I changing
And
your
it-
perspective? Let me stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, not necessarily changing my perspective, but I hear
Okay.
you because if it works for you, it works for you, and
Oh,
if it works,
if it works for,
and that's what we were talking about. I was
Mm.
just like saying, like, if it works for you, if it works for your household, you know, then it just works for you. But like I said, me personally, I just don't think it would be. It wouldn't work for me, the type of person that I am, and
Is it how you were raised? What's the reason for why you feel like a stay-at-home dad, or maybe not even a stay-at-home mom, is okay? Why do you feel that way?
because my mom was also my mom and dad are no longer they're divorced, and
Right.
my mom she had her own business. She was a professional hairstylist. She was the breadwinner. They were married, but even when my mom was married, my dad didn't work at all. So
Right.
I guess you consider him being a stay-at-home
stay-at-home
dad, but
dad.
he wasn't staying
But he
at
wa-
home with the kids.
Come on, you.
He
So
wasn't-
he was out there in them streets,
Right.
wasn't he? He was in them streets.
Pretty
Right,
much.
right,
So
right.
I guess just seeing how my mom, I don't know, like how she was raised. She was a hard worker. My grandma was a hard worker. Seeing that, I think that kind of, I don't know, maybe my upbringing made me want to just strive and work hard and
Right.
so I think also it just put a bad taste in my mouth seeing that
Oh,
was
not
I
a
guess
bad, not a bad taste in your mouth. Okay.
seeing that play out with how my dad was, and it just made me disgusted because I don't want to be with a man like that. Not saying that you would be a bad
man like that.
Yeah, not man like that.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I would just prefer us to be equally working, and I wouldn't date a guy, number one, who isn't have a job in the first place.
You better tell somebody. Well, I'm gonna have a job, but let me give you my viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for sharing that for the viewers. Y'all take that in, because I know people have been in your same space before as well. They lived the life that you lived as well, so maybe they can feel what you feel. For me personally, shed a little tear. I didn't grow up with a dad. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't have a dad in my life. I didn't have a father figure in my life. So I want to be that for my kids. I want to be that different type of dad. I want to be that dad. I'm working 12 hours a day to pay for milk. If it's already provided for, if already taken care of, if it can be taken care of without me having to be at work, and I can be there with my kids to have that bond, I want to be able to do that. I feel like it's important. Me growing up without a dad, a lot of people don't know, a lot of people don't realize, is when you don't grow up with a parent, when you go through that trauma at such a young age, it affects you in your future life. Where I'm at right now, it affects you. I don't care what anybody say. You feel that. It's a difference in how you interact with people. I was dating someone that grew up with both parents, and her outlook on life was different than mine. My outlook on life was grind, provide, always be on the move, always making money, this and that. She was hooked on the family aspect because she grew up with that. She had a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister. She had that tight-knit family. I didn't have that. So maybe in my eyes, that's probably why I view it in a different light than most people do. Or most people just afraid to say that they view it that way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
Looking at it from your perspective is a beautiful way of thinking about it, opposed to the way that my upbringing and how it was with my mom and dad, where he was just, like you said, in the streets.
And in the
pretty much.
streets,
He
doing
wasn't
what
like
he was supposed to
it wasn't
do.
like my mom was working hard, and he was at the house and
Right.
trying to be there for us.
He wasn't playing that role that he should have played.
Yeah, he wasn't playing that role. He just wasn't there, period. My mom was doing everything. She was providing, cooking, cleaning, all of that. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like if that experience would have been different, you would have a different outlook on a stay-at-home dad? If your dad was involved
Yeah,
more?
I mean, yes. If my dad was the stay-at-home dad, actually stay-at-home dad.
You would
Yeah.
accept it more.
Yeah, definitely would, because that would be my upbringing. That would be what I looked at, and I would probably be my mindset would be different, probably in regards to it, for sure.
Okay.
Because I would be like what's it called? I guess anomaly, or I guess I would have had that experience to see if it works.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. Okay. Let me turn it on his head for a little bit. Why do you think men can't be that? Why do you think men have a problem with doing that? Even if it's right for the family, even if it's the right thing to do, why do you think men can't accept it?
I do think it has a lot to do with upbringing and also the traditional way of doing things. As was mentioned before by your friend, it could be also a pride issue. I think it all comes down to self-reflection. If you think it's a pride issue, it may be a pride issue. It may just because you just so used to a mom being like back in the days when the mom just was at home
Cooking and cleaning. Right.
It may be because you want a woman to be submissive, literally, like, or it could just be this is just who you are. You're just a provider. You're a man. You just like to provide for the family and everything.
Right.
It could just be many things. So.
Okay. Before the podcast, guys, we talked a little bit before this, and she brought up a good way to think about it. Really, it wasn't that good, but it was good enough to create a little bit of conversation. She asked, if a man is at home all day with the kids, getting those memories, how is the woman supposed to feel? So I flipped it on his head and I said, well, nobody asked about how the man's supposed to feel when he at work all the time, when he ain't with his kids, when he's not getting those memories. My partner at work, her husband, for 10 years worked 3 jobs. When I asked her, how do you think he felt about that? You know how she looked at me? She looked at me with a like, I didn't really think about it like that. It was hard for him, but it was what we had to do. And in that situation, I get it, but at least think about him. It's another person that I'm in dealings with. His girl is a stay-at-home mom, but maybe like a half stay-at-home mom. She only works the weekends. But guess what? Guess what the caveat is with that? She don't do any of the duties she should be doing. Maybe not should be doing, but what will be accepted to do. She's not cooking for him. He got to come home and cook out for a 10-hour shift at work. Oh.
But it could also be by choice.
It can definitely be by choice.
If it's a situation where it's either their control or whoever's controlled, then I get it. But like I was saying before, whatever works for who you're just whatever works is whatever works.
Okay, but how do you feel about that? You asked me how should the woman feel? What about the man? Why does nobody be concerned about us? We have feelings too. A lot of men not gonna admit to that. We got feelings too. We don't gotta be a hard ass all the time. Our masculinity is not connected to how big our wallet is.
I guess, and I also feel like that's where the role of a woman should come in when it comes to compassion.
You better tell somebody.
And understanding.
I like where you put that at. Look, we're going to talk about men and women roles and what should be expected, but that's going to be on the next video.
Appreciation.
Come on, you better don't give them too much now. Don't give them too much.
Okay, yeah,
so
that's
men and women, that's a good one. That's what I like. I like how you did that. Man, thank all of y'all for tapping in. It's good having you on the show. It was good energy. I loved everything about it. This was a great topic. Got your water boiling a little bit. Got you hot a little bit, don't it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you went through and what you were doing. If you think it's okay, tell me if you living that lifestyle. Give me some insight on how your lifestyle might be. And just so I can probably include you in a video. Who knows? Stir up some more conversation. Always give me topics. I always like, subscribe, and share the video. You get what I'm saying?
Subscribe.
If you want merch, okay. If you want merch, let me know if you want merch. I got a lot of great things coming. Y'all just keep tapping in with me, man, and keep showing me love. That's what we need, man. That's what's going to all bring us together. Because at the end of the day, like what I tell y'all I want to do, baby, I want to create a safe place, and I want to bring in different perspectives in this world to let people know what the world can bring. Do you understand me?
Right.
Hey. You understand me? All right, we out. Thank y'all for coming.